And so what most people don't realize is that we had already started this logo process. And really by chance, we got a phone call from the artist who actually created the structure on the facade of our headquarters at 170 Otis. And at 80 years old, he was coming back to San Francisco to sort of give a final review of all of the art projects that he had worked on in San Francisco. So he comes back to visit us, and he shares a story with us about what it was that inspired his original mark. And while we're sitting down talking, he tells us that actually I created this structure and designed it in a way that it would signify what social services meant. And then it just clicked. And we turned around and we realized that, you know what, I think we might have something here.
And so somebody watching this might think, well, why rebrand now? And that's a perfectly valid question. But I also think that people underestimate how big our agency really is. I mean, we serve 1 in 4 San Franciscans. And not only that, our agency itself is made up of 3 different departments. We offer 60 different community programs, and we had found out that there are still people who don't really know who we were. And so creating a cohesive identity really allows us to better inform our clients that connecting to one of our programs actually opens the door to all of our programs.
And so we made all of these decisions with that as the driving force. You know, we're talking about color, we're talking about shape. And so we drew from things that were so San Francisco, things like the Golden Gate Bridge, things like Carl the Fog. And when it came to the shapes and the pattern that we had created, we'd actually pulled those shapes out of the logo and out of a district map of San Francisco to help represent, you know, the different neighborhoods and cultures that we represent. So everything you see in front of you is deeply rooted in San Francisco. The whole point was not just to have something with historical significance, but to have something that tied back to our staff and, more importantly, to our clients.